Hey y'all, I'm back with my September 2020 wrap up. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Books with Kimberly. Thank you so much for tuning into my videos. I hope you are enjoying them. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share and like my videos, and get down in those comments and talk with me. I am really enjoying all the book talk. So now let's get into my books that I read last month, the month of September. Y'all, I shocked myself by reading 4 books, and literally the 4th book I finished at 11:58 p.m. on September 30th. Like, I was trying to get that 4th book in there. I started off in a reading slump, not really wanting to read books. I go back and forth. Sometimes I want to read, sometimes I want to just watch some really good series. With this channel, I've really been striving to read more and to stay consistent with the amount of books that I'm reading. I started off telling you guys I don't read as much as a lot of other booktubers probably do, but that's okay. I like my slow pace. I'm proud of myself that I've been doing for the last few months, and some months, like next month is November, which is National Writing Month. I participate in NaNoWriMo and write 50,000 words during this month, so I won't be reading as much next month, and that's okay. Sometimes you have months when you don't read anything, but it's the point that I love reading and I want to share that with y'all, so I'm continuing to be as consistent as I can. Now, the first book that I read in September was a romance novel by Alicia Ray called The Right Swipe. This book was really good. It surprised me. So this book is about, the main character is Ree, and Ree owns a dating app that is like a Tinder, and one day she's on this app like on an anonymous page, like no details. She just wants to have a fun night with somebody, and she meets Samson. They meet up, have a night, and they have a good time and really connect. And Samson asks her, can we meet up tomorrow? And she usually has a rule of, no, I'm not going to meet up with the person again. This is just a one night only thing, and then I go back to my life. But she really connected with Samson and agreed to meet him the next night. But when she was waiting for Samson, he stood her up, and ultimately this is called ghosted, which the book goes into those modern terms that people in the dating world use today, such as ghosting and even zombies coming back. I forgot what they call it when a person comes back. They pop up at an event together. He is working with her competition, another dating app that's older and more traditional. Give me the sense of like a eHarmony, very old-fashioned in the way you have to do this 200 question profile, whereas hers is like a Tinder. But when she reunites with Samson, of course she's mad because he ghosted her. But among further research, she finds out that the day that he was supposed to meet her is the day that his uncle went into the hospital. And he has a valid reason for why he did not reach out. She realizes, I can't hate him anymore. And they end up working together during this book. And their relationship is really cute because it starts off, of course, of them just having fun, no strings attached, but we know how romance novels go, and soon the feelings and the connections start, and that's when the love starts to blossom. I really enjoyed this book, and I'm really loving romance and how these new authors, or I don't know if she's really new, I think she's new though, these new authors are really going there with pushing topics that we don't really talk about, especially in romance. Y'all, this was a really good book. I give it 5 stars. It surprised me, and I like when I have low expectations for a book and then I'm like, this is really good. This next romance novel that I read is Sizzling Desire by Caitlin Perrin. This was a really good read. Why am I lying? This was not, why did I just say that? I must be thinking about another book. This was not a good read. It was okay. It's the typical romance novel that I am used to reading. Well, I was used to reading. I've kind of gotten away from that. I like this modern day romance, kind of comedic romance, and I also like, you know, just bringing in new fresh ideas. This romance book was about a woman who is newly divorced. She goes out with her friends to celebrate the divorce, and while she is out on the town, she meets a guy. They have a good night. She gives him a fake name, leaves before he can wake up, and then a week later, I think that's the time, she bumps back into him again at a will reading, which is like, are they related to each other? But no, they are not related. She is a nurse at a hospice home, and she connected with his father, and his father left her a business to open up and all the money it takes for her to start her dream, a brick and mortar building, y'all. He is livid about it. He's like, what kind of relationship did you have with my dad for him to leave you a store and the startup money? I mean, buy you the property and everything, like just hand it over to you. What kind of relationship did you have with my dad? I like the newness of it. I give this book 3 stars. You know, that's a different kind of plot that I haven't really read, but what really kept it at 3 stars and it did not get higher for me was how accusing this guy was, which I get it. You know, he probably went to thinking like, this young woman, she took advantage of my father and that's why she's in the wheel. But it's like he wouldn't let go. Even after like the lawyer is like, no, your dad was in good mind. She's saying, no, I didn't do that. Like, he's still thinking the worst of her. And it's like he was thinking the worst of her, but still wanting to hook up and kiss and all that kind of stuff. And it was really just getting on my nerves. I'm like, if she's such a horrible person, why you still want her? Like, it make sense. The next book I read was Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. This author is all on the rave right now because she just dropped the book Grown, which I might be reading because it is the October book of the month for this book club that I participate in. So I may be reading Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson, but Monday's Not Coming was the first book I read by her, and y'all, it was really, really good. I actually am doing a standalone review for this book, so stay tuned on that. Monday's Not Coming is about a young girl named Claudia who is looking for her best friend Monday, who disappears, and it chronicles the months leading up to when Claudia finds out the truth of what happened to her best friend, and it's really good. Tiffany, she puts her books in the category of thriller, mystery, suspense, which I really like. I wasn't expecting that. The last book that I read, y'all, like literally stopped at 11:58 p.m. was Parable of the Talents. This is another Octavia E. Butler book. Another great one, y'all. Oh, it just took me there. I'm still just like on a high because this book was so good. And then you just partner it with the book that I read a few months ago, which was the first book, Parable of the Sower. Like, me just kind of being in that mind state of comparing the books and just what I've learned from reading these 2 books, and wishing that she could have finished that 3rd book before she passed away in the early 2000s. These books are amazing, y'all, and I plan on doing a video. I hope it's not too long because I have so much to say about both of these books and why they are so amazing, and I just enjoyed them and am still on a high after reading these 2 books. I'm gonna just save all that for the video that I'm gonna do and just keep on going. But I give these books a 5-star, and I didn't say it for Monday's Not Coming, but I give that one 5 stars as well. But y'all, Parable of the Talent, so good. Y'all really need to get into Octavia E. Butler. Like, I've already reviewed 2 of her books, about to review these 2. I am sold on her. She is my favorite. She's the queen. She is my favorite. I've never had a favorite author. I did when I was younger, but when I grew out of those books, I kind of been trying to fill in, like, who is that person that I just am so amazed with their writing, very consistent with how much I just love their work. it's Octavia E. Butler. Like, she has just given me life with her books this year. Those are the books that I read in September. So when it comes to October, I'm not doing a to be read list because this is my birthday month. So happy early birthday to me. But this is my birthday month and I really just want to read whatever like my heart desires. I don't want to be like, I have to read this book and I'm not really feeling it, but I'm forcing myself to read it. So whatever book I land on. I still have 3 books on Libby that I need to read. I spoke about 2 of them on the last to be read that I did. The ones that I said I shouldn't have included because I still had books I hadn't finished. Maybe I'll get to those 2 this month. Maybe not. Again, it's my birthday month. I'm reading whatever I want at whatever pace I want because it's my special month. Thank y'all for tuning in to another Books with Kimberly video. Please let me know what you are reading. What books are you excited about? I've been having fun talking to people in the comments. Thank you all.